Hello, hello, how are we? Happy 2025. I haven't seen you all year. That joke, it'll get you every time. This is my first YouTube video of 2025. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Welcome if you're new. I'm Lydia and I thought we would just have a gigantic catch up. I need to share some thoughts and feelings with you, mostly centered around the TikTok ban in America and just how like the content landscape is probably going to change this year, and definitely the sort of stuff I want to be posting might change this year, or I kind of want to do a little pivot. So grab a beverage. I've got less than half a cup of water. Maybe I should have filled that up before I started. So it's 2025. How's everyone's 2025 been so far? We're a couple weeks in now. Mine's been okay. I feel like I started off like the vibes were high. It started really strong and the vibes are still high, except everyone in my house got ill. My brother went out on New Year's Eve and brought home germs, so I have basically quarantined myself to my bedroom. I've worn a mask around the house because everyone got ill and I was like, I am not catching these germs. And guess what? I didn't get ill, but everyone else did get ill. But this is the first day since way before Christmas that I've had the house to myself. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so peaceful. I literally woke up this morning like, what's the song from Frozen? The window is open, so's that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. That's how I felt this morning. It was like, it's coronation day. Because everyone's been ill, like mum's been ill, she's been off work, and my brother's been home and not been at uni, and like my dad will come home from work during the day and everyone's here, and it drives me crazy. So one of my goals for 2025 is quite a big one. It's like one of the more unrealistic goals I have for 2025. Move out. She needs to get gone from here. Anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. Other than that, I've felt very motivated. I have felt like rejuvenated in a way. I feel like I've had a rebirth of life. For me, 2024 was weird. It just had odd vibes. I don't know how to explain it. I keep saying I feel like I lost my sparkle in 2024. I don't really know what happened. She just went somewhere, but it's back. So let me just tell you what's been on my mind. I think the loss of sparkle in 2024 derived from me fighting with TikTok. I love that app. I love how it brings people together. I love the vibes. I love that it's educational, but it's also fun. It's like a no thoughts, just vibes app, and that's how I like to operate in my life. So it's just great. It also was the first place I was posting content. I started my TikTok journey 3 years ago. The sole reason I started posting on the internet was because I was really depressed. I had really bad mental health. I was in what felt like the pits of hell. I needed something that could like revive me from that, and that's where making F1 content and F1 TikToks came into play. They got me out of bed in the morning. It gave me something that I was actually looking forward to doing. I wanted to get out of bed to brush my teeth, to put on makeup because I was filming and I wanted to look semi-presentable, and those are things I wasn't doing because I was really depressed. And I can talk more about it maybe another time. This probably isn't the place for it, but that is the reason I started making videos. It's been my dream since I was like 13 to be a YouTuber. It's kind of all I've wanted to do, and it's the only thing I knew I would be good at. And so I was like, somehow I've got to make it happen. Obviously back when I was 13, I'm not even sure Instagram just barely existed, but TikTok didn't exist. I was so reluctant at first to get on TikTok, which is so funny now. But that app gave me a new lease of life. It's allowed me to be in the position I am now, which is really happy. It's like a stark contrast from where I was like 4 years ago. Having said that, I have had to fight the app and the app's algorithm for the last like 1.5 to 2 years. I know I'm not alone in the TikTok algorithm fueling hatred among people, and it's purely because videos don't get pushed out to the people that actually want to see your videos, i.e. like the people that follow you. Because of the algorithm stuff, I started falling out of love with making F1 content because it was just not getting pushed out to people, and it was just like, what is the point of this anymore? So I started just posting anything I wanted to post, and then TikTok had a bit of a hissy fit and was like, I don't know who to show this to anymore. And that's kind of where we are at right now. I was already having the ideas to put some more focus into YouTube content, and then the US TikTok ban thing became like a real thing. I don't know what day this is going to go up, so I don't even know if it's going to be banned by the time this video goes up, but as of right now it's not banned. At first I was like, surely this is not going to happen. Like, surely this is just, it's not going to happen. What are you talking about? And then as the weeks and days have gone on, it feels like it's become quite real. I thought this kind of like as good as time as ever to really make the switch I was going to make anyway, which is to put some more focus into YouTube. I've been just toying with the idea in my head of making some longer form F1 content on YouTube. I don't know if that's the sort of thing people want. In my eyes, I can only make videos that I would want to see. I had this same feeling when I first started making TikToks. I was like, is anyone going to even want to watch this? Like, do people want to watch it? I don't know, but this is the sort of thing I'd want to watch, so I'm just going to make it. And then people did tune in. So I'm kind of having the same feelings with this. I'm like, if I make it, the people will come. When I first started making F1 stuff, I didn't really know where I fitted in. I was like, where do I fit in? Because I don't want to sit here and be educational, because that's just not me. I don't really have anything to teach you. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know any of the technicalities of the sport. I've been watching it years and I still don't. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really want to know. That's not the part of F1 that I like. So I was like, okay, what in my life aside, away from F1 do I like? And that was pop culture, fashion. And I thought, how can I blend F1 and that sort of stuff and make this content and just make my own space? So that's exactly what I did. I posted videos that were more on like the sillier side of F1, much to the disgust of the hardcore F1 fan base, the gatekeepers. Oh, I'm sure they hate me. And I like it. But what it did do was provide a space for all of us that do want that sort of stuff and that do like that side of F1 to just have a place where we can enjoy it and just not be made to feel belittled that that's the sort of stuff that we like, because we shouldn't be. Our feelings are valid. Need to do some affirmations. My feelings matter. I'm allowed to like what I like because I like it. I don't need to give you any further explanation. But yeah, I was able to create this really nice little community, and I want to do that again. I feel like it's there, but it's just been lost along the way because I stopped making the sort of videos I did in the beginning, and I want to bring it back. I also fell out of love with F1 a little bit. I think I got F1 fatigue. That's the best way I can explain it. I think it was that, TikTok hating me, and all of that combined into one as to why the sparkle from me was lost in 2024. And now I'm getting it back and I'm feeling a bit more alive again. I'm ready to bring some of my old content back, but like 2025's version. I've seen so many people on TikTok doing my audition to be your comfort creator in 2025, and I was like, wait, 2025 goal unlocked. I want to be that for someone. However, it took me like 0.2 seconds to actually realise I don't know if I can promise you comfort in a traditional sense. If you are familiar with me already, I'm quite a chaotic individual. My bio on everything says welcome to the chaos, because that is how I exist. I don't have, nor do I want, a niche. Whenever I've seen any of those videos that's like how to grow your account, how to build your account to blah blah followers, how to, you know, that sort of thing, every single person always says you have to have a niche. You have to have a niche. And every single time I just want to roll my eyes at them, and I think maybe that is the case. Maybe if I actually really wanted to really grow my followers over the last year, not actually let it regress, maybe if I'd stuck to F1 content, maybe it would have done. Maybe if I'd stuck to a niche, it had done. But that wouldn't have made me happy. I like not being put in a box. Yes, I post F1 stuff, but guess what? I don't just like F1. us F1 girlies, we are multifaceted individuals with many, many, many interests. And because I didn't listen to these people telling me how to grow my account, I feel like that's how I was able to create such a great community, because I found people that loved all of the same stuff and we all bonded together and skipped around in a circle with our arms linked and was like, we have found our people. I have ADHD, so my brain is everywhere at all times, which I guess leads to the chaos, and I think that just sums me up as a person. So this is my audition to be your chaotically comforting creator in 2025. If you're the sort of person that can find comfort in chaos or thrives in chaos like I, maybe you also have ADHD, or if that's just how your brain works, I think this might be the space for you. When I said I can't promise you comfort in the traditional sense, what I mean by that is that you're never gonna know what I'm gonna post on a weekly basis. And you know why? Because I won't know what I'm gonna post on a weekly basis. So you'll come here, you'll never really know what to expect, but expect the unexpected. I actually just asked on my Instagram what sort of content people would want to see from me. I was just intrigued. I was like, well, let's just ask them. Because, you know, that's who's gonna be watching. And honestly, this has just solidified exactly what I've just said, that I have found the right people, because everyone has said something different. Every single person has said something different, and I'm like, okay, so I am doing the right thing. I am doing the right thing by sharing everything I like, because it resonates with people, because people like different stuff. People have said vlogs, F1 stuff, cooking, self-love content, and then someone said fashion stuff. I feel reassured that this is the right thing to do. I just needed to share this with the group, because this is our thing, right? It's not just me doing this, it's for us. It's for our collective and for our little community to have a nice little space on the internet, free from all the little gatekeepy haters, where we can just exist, thrive, and have fun. That is the energy I want to bring to 2025. So if you are new, or maybe I need to do like another introduction, since we're gonna bond over here, we're gonna get closer. Maybe you've just seen my F1 TikToks and you're coming here to join the vibes. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Lydia. I am almost 24. I'm 24 in March. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun, Leo moon, Virgo rising. Do with that information what you will. I live at home, but I'm planning on changing that because it's painful. So, you know, if you like and comment and subscribe, maybe I can get my videos monetized and then we can have moving vlogs. That's something you can help me out with. Just subscribe, like, just watch it, and then we get the views up, and then I can move out, we can have moving vlogs. That's fun. I did go to university, but I dropped out. I don't like dropouts, it's very negative. It's negative energy, and I don't do negative energy. Yes, I'm a very proud university dropout. I dropped out because my mental health was... I know how much talking about it helps people, so if that's something people want me to do, you let me know. I will do that. While I was at uni, I was doing fashion marketing and branding, so that is, like, fashion is something I love. So if I can bring a little bit more of that to this channel, then I will. I think most famously, people know me as someone who is an enjoyer of motorsports, primarily Formula 1, but I do also like IndyCar. I love IndyCar. Actually, backtrack, I love IndyCar. This might be my favourite. Don't tell F1, but it's my favourite. I watch Formula 2, I watch Formula 3, I watch Formula E. But aside from Formula 1, I like many other things, and those are other things that I want to talk about, and I want to gossip about and make videos about and just have fun with. And those are things like, as I said, I love fashion, love clothes, love buying clothes, wearing clothes, looking at clothes. Love it. I like baking, I love cooking, I'm a vegetarian, that's a fun fact. I love the Jonas Brothers. At this point, I might love them too much. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm a little bit obsessed. Joe girl, once a Joe girl, always a Joe girl. Not necessarily the case with the Nick girlies though, is it? Because I see you coming on the Joe side. The last year has turned some Nick girlies into Joe girlies, one of my really good friends, Charlotte included. I see you. I love country music. That's a big part of me. Love going to concerts. I went to like 13 concerts last year. I'm always in a pair of cowboy boots. That's my everyday shoe. I love traveling and I like making travel content. I also love making solo content about going places solo, traveling solo, all of that kind of jazz. What else do I like? I like turtles. I like the colour blue. I love summer. I like astrology and crystals and all the woo-woo stuff. I'm a Pisces, come on. Did you expect anything else from me? I love sunflowers, orchids, tulips. I'm a little yapper. I love to yap. Hello, this is editing me. I'm editing this right now. And I just feel like I need to include this because me saying that I'm a yapper just reminded me of something. One time I was on a date with this boy I was seeing, and I've been seeing him for a while. For some reason we were talking about dogs or I can't even really remember why we were discussing this. But he just looked at me and he went, if you were a dog, you would be a chihuahua. And I was like, why? Because I'm small. And he said, no, because you're yappy. I mean, fair enough. Did we last very long? No. Anyway, on with the video. I kind of want my videos to be the sort of things like you can come to like at the end of the day with a tea or a coffee or whatever beverage you like and just sit and feel cozy. That's what I want. To feel like you have a friend through the screen and then we can all just have a nice time. That's what I want. That actually leads me on nicely to talk about my F1 credentials, as I'm going to make some longer form F1 content this year. If you are new to my Formula 1 content, it's nice to have you. Here are the things to know about me Formula 1 edition. I can't pinpoint you when I started watching it because I'm not really entirely sure. Whenever I get asked that question, I'm like, I don't. Basically, my parents always would have like Silverstone on or the odd Grand Prix here and there. And so it was kind of just always, it was always there. It wasn't until I went to university that I kind of started actually watching it, but I didn't really pay attention. Then when my depression came around, all I remember is that there was one particular week I didn't leave the sofa. I slept on the sofa. I just existed on the sofa for a week straight. And in that week, I was watching a lot of TV. I was consuming a lot of documentaries. Love a documentary. Bit of a documentary horror. Don't know how many seasons of Drive to Survive there would have been at the time. Maybe 3. I thought, they've made a documentary about Formula 1. Okay, click. I heard a certain someone say that they were a car mechanic and I was like, sold! Sold! Sold to that girl right there for one Australian man, thank you. But it made me want to get more invested in Formula 1. So I then actually was paying attention to the races. And that's kind of how my F1 journey really started. I'm a Danny Rick girl through and through. No one can tell me that I can't support him or that he can't be my favourite driver because he's not on the grid anymore. Don't want to hear it. That's just simply not correct. Okay? He's number 1 in my heart. Forever and always. Yeah. I've been known on the internet for at least the last couple of years as the president of Rick Nation. It's a very proud title. It's one I gave to myself and then everyone just agreed with me. And I thought, what an honour to be bestowed that by everyone. I carry that title very proudly. And even though he is not on the grid anymore, I will continue to be the president of Rick Nation because this nation is my favourite nation. My favourite track is Monza. I believe in Monza magic. I actually think I coined that term. Don't hold me to, no, actually hold me to that. I'm pretty sure that was me that did that. I call it Monza Magic purely based on the 19, 20 and 21 Monza Grand Prix. I actually have a Monza sign up there. I have a Monza thing on there. When I started making my TikToks, it was actually all about car launches because car launch season was happening right as I started making TikToks. So those were my first pieces of content. If you are unfamiliar, for the last 3 years, I want to say, I've ran the LiveLaughLyds car launch championship. It's like the constructors championship, but for car launches, completely based on my opinion and my opinion alone. And that's how we roll. There's like a list of categories they get ranked in, yada yada yada. I'm unsure at the present moment how the 2025 one's gonna go because it's looking a little different. For the last 2 years, I actually have been invited to 2 car launches. The first year I went to the Alpine car launch and the second year, last year, I went to the steak car launch. There's vlogs of both of those already up on my channel, so I'll link them in the description if anyone wants to watch. I couldn't believe, I remember getting the email for the Alpine one and I could not believe that they'd invited me. I was like, there's no fucking way that this is happening. If someone wants to invite me to F1 75 Live at the O2, I am available. I already have my outfit. I think it's really important to have someone boots on the ground for the people, and I'm not gonna lie, find me someone that gets more excited about car launches than me. I'll wait. What's that? You didn't find anybody? Yeah, that's what I thought, because it's I love car launch season. It allows us to get excited about the upcoming season. It's the first real thing we get coming out of winter break, and I just love it. So regardless of what goes on this year, I will be here reporting for duty, as I always am. I've never actually been to a Grand Prix before. It's obviously something that's on my bucket list. I would love to go, but they're expensive and I'm just a girl. Maybe again, if we subscribe and like and watch the videos, then I can monetize this and then maybe I can go. And or if a brand fancies inviting me, again, I'm available. I'm ready to be boots on the ground for the people. Fun fact, I actually almost got invited to Silverstone 2023. I won't say what company, but quite a big sponsor. Oh, my battery's flashing. I was just getting into a really good story. Where's another battery? Oh, BRB. I am back. Is it in focus? Yes. Right, what was I even waffling about? Oh, getting invited to Silverstone. Yeah, so I won't say what brand it is because I don't want to like bait them out and maybe they'll work with me one day. But do they even sponsor F1 or do they sponsor something? I think they sponsor the like F1. Anyway, quite a big company. I'd messaged me asking whether or not I'd work with them and I was like, hell yeah. And they were like, well, you're in the running, and I was like, sick. I didn't get the gig, as it were. And then like they ended up inviting quite a well-respected, do I call her a journalist? I don't know, like presenter journalist within the F1 sphere. And I thought, you know what? I'll take that. If I was in the running against her and it was just little old me, like fair enough, like pat on the back to me that I was included in that list. But yeah, so instead of going to Silverstone 2023, I went on my family holiday to Greece instead. Vlogs are up on YouTube already. If I ever get to go to a Grand Prix, my numero uno, my number one choice would be Austin. Austin, 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 Austin. If you know me, you know how much I love country music. You know how much I live in cowboy boots. You know how much that is my vibe. Austin is perfect for me. It combines all the things I love. So I desperately want to get to Kota, like so bad. And they've worked with TikTokers. So if they want a little British girl who's a cowgirl in her heart to come make videos for them, they know where to find me. I'm here. It would actually be my dream to work with them. It would be a dream. It's on the vision board. Aside from Austin, obviously I'd want to go to Monza, as previously mentioned. And I would include Silverstone. It's the home Grand Prix. Australia is another one I'd love to go to. Brazil. There's so many. I mean, I would take any of them. Let's be real. That's kind of like my F1 credentials, as it were. The content I'm thinking of making is, drumroll, I don't really know why we needed a drumroll. I basically want to revive an old series of mine that I used to make on TikTok called the F1 Pop Culture Roundup. If you're familiar with that series, then you'll already know the vibes. I did it for a very, very long time. It was like a weekly occurrence where I would just grab any little thing that kind of happened or was happening in the F1 world off track. I would grab it all, put it into one video, kind of like a news bulletin of just everything that was happening. In the end, because of my fights with TikTok, these videos, they were taking so long for me to make, but the output, like people watching and the views was just, it wasn't matching up. And so I was like, and it wasn't worth the energy I was putting into collating all the things for the video in the first place. So I stopped it because I was like, I am not finding this fun anymore, but I miss it. And I just feel that it would serve well in a longer format because we will actually have space to talk about each thing a little bit more than I did. I'm contemplating making one, seeing how it goes. I feel like there is a place for that content to come back. No one really took my place with that. Like, no one really took over from doing something like that. So it still has a place. And I think that place is here on YouTube. Woo! I'm also thinking about doing some silly videos. For example, casting F1 drivers in musicals. Oh, that's something I missed off of the things I like. I love theatre. I'm a theatre kid that can't sing, can't act. I can dance, kind of. Well, I used to be able to. Don't know if I can still. We will also have outfits to rank and rate, and I think we should bring that to longer form YouTube content. I once applied to feature in a popular F1 photographer's videos. He called out to the public. He wanted someone with some fashion knowledge to do a fashion segment in some of his videos. I applied, I didn't get it. I don't even know who did get it, but whatever happened to it, I've not seen a single thing. So I don't know if they even exist or if they did very well. So, you know, if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. If anyone has any more ideas or things they want to see, it's just silly little videos you want to see, please let me know. I'm very open to suggestion because this is new. Like, this is quite an experiment for me. I don't really know what people want to see. I'm just throwing down the vibes and seeing what gets picked up. If there's something specific you want, tell me. Maybe I'll do it. I just want to keep bringing the fun to F1 because that's all I know how to do. I got interviewed last year and the title of the article that Jazz wrote about me was like, LiveLaughLyds, putting the sparkle in the F1 fan base or the F1 community. And I was like, yeah, I need to bring her back because whoever that was, the LiveLaughLyds putting the sparkle in the F1 community, I need her again. Have I missed anything that I wanted to talk about? Probably. Aside from posting longer form F1 content, I'm obviously still going to exist on TikTok and I'm still going to exist on Instagram. I don't really know what to do with, like, whether to just post all of my TikToks on Reels and Shorts. Just hope for the best. I think I'm probably going to do that too. I'm also going to carry on with vlogs and stuff like that on my YouTube channel. I'll just pepper everything here and there, especially when I'm doing some fun stuff. I love to make a vlog just because it's like a little memory. I think I've said everything I wanted to say in this video as like just stuff I needed to get off my chest. We just needed to catch up. I just needed to tell you where I'm at in my head because sometimes I don't know where I'm at in my head. I know the comment section on TikTok was always popping off with conversation, and the YouTube comment section isn't always popping off with conversation, but please chat to me in the comments. I need it. I feel like commenting on YouTube feels scary. It's not scary, you're just talking to me. Let me know all your thoughts and feelings, even if you just put a love heart, just so I know they love me, because sometimes I get in my head that people hate me. Especially TikTok. I have beef with that app. I love it though, but I have beef with it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around. I know you will. My first ever YouTube videos got a decent amount of views and they've severely dropped off, so I'm hoping this is we're gonna bring the people back again with this. If not, I don't know what, I'm going to retire, so I don't know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you fancy liking, subscribing, and anything else you have to do on YouTube, turning notification bells on, that's maybe a good one. If you fancy doing any of that, thank you in advance. And I will see you in my next video. What will it be? I don't know. Remains a mystery to us all. Love you, bye.